BluSky Living, at home in your community.
It's a homeowner or business owner's worst nightmare when your building sustains damage. Whether it be from a storm, a fire, or water, restoring your property is not an easy task. In today's CI Home, sponsored by BluSky Restoration Contractors, we have joining us Scott Reynolds, Business Development Manager. Scott, welcome and thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Let's talk a little bit about BluSky Restoration Contractors and what you guys are all about there.
Yeah. So BluSky is a restoration company that specializes in water damage, fire damage, mold, storm damage. We really just want to hold people's hands through that process to make sure that they have someone they can rely on to help repair their home.
Yeah, and it sounds like you've helped a lot of families, a lot of businesses just here in Champaign County.
Yes, yeah, last year we did probably over 1,500 jobs just in Champaign County.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so which do you find primarily you're helping with? Which of those? The fire, the water, the mold? Which do you see the most of?
Yeah, I'd probably say water is the biggest thing that we see here in Champaign County. I mean, water is the #1 claim that happens within homeowners and commercial homes, commercial buildings as well. So yeah, I'd probably say water is the #1 thing that we see, but also we deal with a lot of fires here in town as well, which is unfortunate, but we have a good relationship with a lot of people that need that help.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about the water damage.
Okay.
Can we prepare ourselves or prevent that from happening?
So that's one of the biggest questions that we receive is how can I prepare for an emergency such as water? And there's a couple easy steps that you can do. The first thing is just go to your local hardware store and just buy an extra pump to put in your sump pump and a garden hose. When your sump pump fails or if it can't keep up with the water that's coming in, you can just go ahead and drop that in there. And you can also get alarms that you can put next to your sump pump, so when water starts to come in, it notifies you by your app. But then also having a company like us on your fridge, in your Rolodex, in an app, we have a BluSky app as well, having something like that can, you can just call us and we get out there faster, because the faster you react, the less damage there is.
Oh yeah, that makes total sense. What have you got here? What are these tools?
Yeah, so this is a moisture meter. It also has a thermal camera on there as well. And so what we like to do is, it's really important for us to make sure we see where the damage is occurring. And so first off, it shows the temperature of the room. So if I look at yourself here, you are nice and red, which means that you're hotter than everything else in the room. But then also there's a spot in here where I go ahead and I switch it over, and that is where we get the moisture meter coming from. And there's prongs that are on here that we would poke into a wall. If you look here, if I hold this and I touch my skin, it is going to go ahead and it'll change. Whoop, let's see here. It'll go ahead and change and tell me what the moisture is within the wall. Now, the biggest thing with moisture, with using a moisture meter, is you have to have a base moisture. So you go to a part of a room that's not affected, and you go ahead and you push in the drywall, and you can kind of see because everything holds moisture relatively. But then you go ahead and you use this, and you can push it in, and it goes to 100. Usually that means 100% saturated.
Ooh, so that's not good.
Not good at all. But a lot of times, when there's an overhead loss, you can't see where water is. And that's where the thermal camera comes into play. Is you can look at the top of a ceiling and think to yourself, well, they don't think it's wet. There's nothing seeping through. But you can really see the different temperatures and help you find every area that's affected, so that way we can help you.
Yeah, and then the damage is already being done, even though you can't see it, which then could lead, there we are looking at the thermal like you mentioned, to mold, right?
Yes.
So how do we treat that? Bleach? No?
No. So that's a common question we get is, when it comes to mold, can I go ahead and use bleach to clean the surface? If it's a non-porous material like stainless steel or even tile, yeah, you can clean it, it sanitizes it. But when it's a porous material like drywall or wood, all you're doing is cleaning the surface, but you're not getting into those pores.
And that's where you all come in.
And that's where we come in. Where we come in, we can assess the situation. We can spray an antimicrobial on there to go ahead and clean the surface and actually remove the mold. But then also, we want to make sure that what's behind that. We want to make sure that's not just the tip of the iceberg that's causing the problem. We really want to make sure it's completely gone.
Yeah, okay, you are a full-service restoration contractor. You travel nationally even if that need be. Training is of utmost importance to you. I know that
Yes.
as well. We are out of time, but if people want to learn more, maybe they have some issues that need addressing, what's the best way for them to learn more and to get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can go to goblusky.com, or you can call our number.
Okay, well, and you have a great Facebook page there as well. All right, well, Scott, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad my sunburn showed up there on that thermal reading there. But if you want to learn a little bit more about all of the services provided at CILiving.tv, and we do thank BluSky Restoration Contractors for sponsoring our segment today.